Y'all, today we need to talk about the brand new event that Wizard101 is going to be adding into the game for Summer Update 2025. Now, this is only in test run right now, and already a lot of people feel a lot of ways about this. There's some community drama surrounding this event, and Wiz has even responded. There is a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. So what is this event, right? It's called the Fantastic Fight Fest. According to the update notes, the plan for this event is for it to happen during August 2025. And the way this event works is it's basically like a community progress event, as in the whole community works together to unlock rewards. And the way that individuals gain points to basically make community progress is to join the team up kiosk in a series of waves that happen across the month. They're gonna have 4 waves for the month, and every day of each wave will feature team up kiosks in a new world. And the idea is that you just open up the event UI, press join team on it, and basically it'll put you every day in a new world where you can join a team and help people either going through the quests themselves, I guess, or just with other people doing the event. So it's very, very similar to Portal of Peril. There's a currency, basically of like, there's a coin that you get as you get points from doing this event. And as the community progresses, you start unlocking recipes that you could redeem with these coins. And these rewards, they're not small, they're not minimal. Some of this stuff involves gear that might be the best that we've ever seen in the game. We're looking at an exclusive Crocotopia apartment. If there's anything like the Arcanum or Old Town apartment, I'm assuming they're gonna like add a house or something that's very centrally located in either the Oasis or Selenopolis. And by doing this event and redeeming the exclusive Crocotopia apartment, you're basically gaining a port to what I would argue is one of the new major hubs of Wizard101. There's also an exclusive pet that you can get. Not sure what the item cards are, but I think it's gonna be probably worth it. And let's talk about this gear, right? We have some side-by-side comparisons here of the new Aquila template and the robe and the wand that dropped from this event. And what y'all might be able to tell, both the new wand from this event and the Aquila wand are basically going to be the new best shad wands that also give triangle sockets. Now, that is a big deal. Most wands in the game, if you're going for really good stats, right, you're mostly going to be looking at either a square socket or a tier socket. And especially if you're running a tier socket, as what you're basically doing is running a new wand to give up a limit of HP, but you get a triangle socket in return. And triangle sockets can be used for item cards, for pip chance, for accuracy, for shad chance. These are things that really, really matter. They increase the amount of stats so you could actually get to off-school stuff. Really, really increases the range of a wizard's ability. So this wand, either you could do the new Aquila challenge modes for it, or you could do this new event for it. Now let's talk about the robe. This is actually crazy. These are basically both the Aquila robe and the new Fantastic Fight Fest robe at max level. And let's talk about this, y'all. We're looking at both of these are very high shads, double power pin, very good resist and damage. But it looks like this new Fight Fest robe is even better than the Aquila robe that we can get for doing the challenge mode. So by running this event, getting the coins, and ideally hoping the community progresses enough, you can unlock the recipe for some of the best gear in the game. And this is also a pretty inclusive event. If you look at the patch notes, what they're doing here is something that I don't think they've ever done before. Normally, when you have a high level doing a lower level thing, they have this thing where it scales you down. This event, if you're a low level, and let's say, I guess, later in the week, or maybe if they start a wave with a higher level world and you don't have access to it, this event will scale you up. So basically, any level can actually see worlds way earlier than I guess they would, especially if they're new players. I would love if the membership requirement for actually accessing those worlds would be, you know, basically not a thing for this. I would love that. This could be a really cool opportunity for a lower level to actually see a later level boss if they happen to hit the team up on a really cool boss, right? And then they can experience what it would be like to have higher level stats because they're getting level scaled up. It could be a really cool like way to test later content, but not if you don't own the area and you don't have membership, right? So I think there is that. Now keep in mind, if you do scale up, you won't get anything but XP for the event. You won't get loot or rewards because obviously you didn't level up to get that. I think that makes sense. Now here is the kicker, right? All of this gear, including the reagents, the pet, the apartment, and the gear, are all no trade. Meaning, let's say that I wanted, for example, a robe that like on my ice, right? Let's say I wanted this new robe. I could only do this event on my ice in order to get all the coins that I would need to redeem it. And another thing that a lot of people within the community notice is that the max amount of points for this event is actually set in such a way where you would have to log in every single day partake in every single wave for the full 31 days of August in order to get the full reward. So the top reward is like 700 something, I want to say, coins that you can get. And yet things like the pet, for example, are hundreds and hundreds of coins. So let's say that you actually want to get multiple things. It's kind of hard based on the way they do it, and it's very, very punishing in the sense that every single day counts. Unlike Portal Apparel, where you can just redeem credits and then run the credits later, you literally have to partake in this every day to get the max rewards. It's harder to budget your time with this compared to Portal Apparel. The no trade thing also means that really what you ought to do is play on every single wizard every day. So I think either they need to lift the no trade requirement, or if not, I think I gotta up the coins a little bit, because I feel like it's a little crazy. Like, let's say that I have an account full of maxes. I want this robe on everybody. I'm seriously thinking that. Is it really realistic for me to do multiple team ups every day on 6 wizards to get what could be some of the best gear in the game? Right? That might be a little crazy. I'm not saying this gear is so good that, like, you're screwed without it, but if it's the best in slots all of a sudden, then, you know, you can't make it that unrealistic. There's another piece of drama that I'm I'm really happy that we're in a community where I feel like we're just very outspoken about our beliefs. But basically, the NPC that was tied to this event is called Newt the Mander, and also the Fantastic Fight Fest name is a play on Fantastic Beasts, which is a spin-off of the Harry Potter series made by J.K. Rowling. Additionally, Newt the Mander is a reference to the main character of Fantastic Beasts. I want to say his name is Newton something Mander. I don't really watch it, but it's a reference. Now, if y'all know anything about J.K. Rowling, she's made a lot of statements that are anything but inclusive, and I think that really does go against KI's message of inclusivity with all of their games. And a lot of people brought up that point within the Wizard101 Discord, saying that they didn't appreciate the reference in big old 2025. And y'all, Wiz responded to this. They actually put out a post saying that they missed the mark with it. They appreciate the accountability, and though they are going to change the voice lines and the character and all of that, though they are going to do that, it might not reflect until live realm. But literally, this is a very, very prominent example already of outspoken feedback during test realm manifesting in a live realm change literally almost immediately. And I think that's a great thing. Me personally, I don't mind a reference, but if it is to someone that's that divisive, then it does divide the community, right? You don't want people to feel unwelcome here because of how they identify, because at the end of the day, the game should be an escape from that type of stuff. So I'm glad even a reference heavy game like Wiz is, you know, very open to, like, you know, hearing when a reference doesn't, you know, work out. I'm very, very happy to see such a timely response on this. I think it's one of the best things in terms of just the time that it took to respond to Wiz is done in a long time. Hopefully they're open to feedback about the actual reward structure as well. I just think it's very unreasonable for no trade items to be this hard to get. That being said, it is test realm. They could have just put a bunch of placeholders. The big takeaway here is this event is worth running, and they're clearly listening to feedback about it. Because test realm did not actually do all of the waves, there's a real chance that there's rewards that we aren't even aware of. We might only really see the full scope of this in August, I guess, when they do this. But if an exclusive house, some of the best gear in the game, and also a pet and other cool stitching gear, reagents, if all of that is not enough, then I don't know what would be. So hopefully they hit this one out of the park, because I know a lot of people miss Portal Apparel. It's still bugged. We don't know when it's going to come back. This could be a nice replacement, especially if they get the reward structure and a lot of the community feedback in place. But let me know what you guys think of this. Hopefully I explained this well. There's just a lot of feedback on this, and I think all of it is valuable. If I missed anything, drop a comment in the comment section letting me know what I missed about this. And if there's things that are good that I missed as well, let me know. I think this is something that a lot of people can pitch in on, especially if y'all did this during test run. Let me know what y'all think of what they're trying to do with this event, I guess. The fact that team up kiosks are involved and all of that, how you want it to work. I look forward to reading all of y'all's thoughts and comments on this. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave a sub if you're new. And if somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Stay awesome. See y'all soon. And yeah.